Peace and high frequencies, everybody. I am going to tap in on the dream oracle side today because last night took me just kind of, you know how a dream will take you by surprise and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up to make sure that you not living in that realm in this reality too. So have you ever woke up from a dream and you looking around, you touching yourself, you know, you got to shake your head just to make sure that this is what it is. So make sure my phone is at my phone now. It's that call in progress. Okay, weird. All right, so that's kind of how it was last night. 3 fucking times, y'all. I wake up, go to sleep, go back into this dream. I wake up, go back to sleep, go back into this dream. I wake up, go back to sleep, go back into this dream. 3 fucking times, right? And it's amazing because the dreams that I want to go back into that be so fucking amazing, that don't happen. Why is that, universe? Why? Okay. But going into it, I just want to go ahead and share it. So in the dream state, I am running against this whatever, you know, laws that have been put in place. So in this realm or dimension or planet, it definitely felt like I was in a different realm, right? And this realm, and when I think about realm, this is like a different, completely different of existence. And to me, sometimes in a realm, it can be like a mirror image of this reality. It's just flipped. That's kind of like what it was. When I go through dimensions are different existence of a timeline, possibly like past, present, or future, or something like that. Like the dimension can, you know, be a step up. But when I'm in a realm, like, things are different. Like the flora and fauna is different. Animals, people may look different. I'm in a different realm of existence. It's a totally different state of consciousness. And so in this realm, I was, like I said, I was possibly the opposition against the laws that were in that reality. And I was, for whatever reason, just running from being incarcerated. So it was something that I had done that I didn't want to be incarcerated. So I had to go to this place. It was like in order to like bathe or, you know, change clothes or do the necessary things you needed to do for the upkeep of oneself, you had to go through this particular place. And in this place, that's where, you know, the officials, the laws, or what one may call police officers and things of that nature, didn't look like this reality police officers, but that's where they were. They were the one that were keeping that realm. They were the realm keepers. And so I was taking a chance trying to, you know, not show my face, you know, be very quick and get it done and just in and out. And so that's what I was doing in this reality. Hold on. Okay, so that's what I was doing in this reality. I was, you know, avoiding being, trapped or incarcerated or, whatever. So, anyway, happened. I got, one of the officers, like, recognized me. It was like my face was out. And people, they were looking for me. Like, my face, like, people was looking for me. So I had to kind of, like, disguise myself, like, all of that. I don't know what I did. That never came, like, really to my awareness of what I actually was being accused of.
Okay, it feels like a transient.
Or what I had done. Why is my phone doing this? So one of the officers recognized me and caught me. And then I was kind of like at a point, and this is still the first dream, that I was tired of, like, avoiding and running. And I was like, okay, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do whatever time I got to do. And for whatever reason, like, she was tapping on me. Now, in this reality as well, I have a thing with people, like, tapping me on my shoulder, on my back. Like, don't tap me. Like, you can get my attention by calling my name or whatever, but I don't like tapping. Like, this right here is the most annoying shit to me. And it was annoying in this round. So she decided to tap me, and I told her, I was like, don't do that, don't tap me. And she did it again. I said, I told you, don't do that, don't tap me. She turned me around to handcuff me. She did that shit again. I turned around, grabbed this bitch wrist, and it was like I twisted him like I was getting ready to break her wrist off. Like, I felt like I was some type of, I don't know if I was a mercenary, y'all, or I was some type of spy or a hit woman. I don't know. But my temper was quick, and I'm not like that in this reality, but I had a very quick temper, and I had no disregard for anyone. It was like, I run this shit, and things go the way I want to go. I don't know. So then I wake up, I had to go to the restroom. I go back to sleep. I go back into this fucking dream that when I woke up, I did not want to go back into, because I was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like feeling like I had to go and do time and be incarcerated. Like, that was no fun. Like, I was like, ooh, I'm glad I'm woke. Oh, that was funny. And then I went back to sleep, and boom, I go back into the shit. So when I go into it this time, I'm still avoiding the laws in this round. But what I also noticed is that my pinky finger was hurt. Now, yesterday I hurt my pinky finger. I was popping my fingers. I always, like, I watch TV or whatever, I pop my fingers. I popped my pinky finger, and it got swollen, and it started to hurt. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to stop popping my fingers, because now I can't really close my hand. I can move. It's not broken, but I may have popped it out of place and popped it back into place. And now it's been swollen, and it hurts when I try to close it. The same thing was going on in the dream space. This pinky finger was hurting when I tried to close it. And I was like, oh, my pinky finger was hurting. Doing the same thing, I was avoiding being incarcerated. But what was going on this time is that my mother was in this dream, and she was almost like an Agent Smith. So I had to not allow her to know what was going on and to not get close to me, because I felt like if she got close to me, she would turn me into the authorities. And I was like, I can't be turned in. She can't know what I did. Like, all of this got to be a fucking secret. So anyway, I had some family members that were housing me. They were letting me, come in, stay there, and not get caught. They were kind of like my protection while I still moved around, and I was doing something, y'all, I can't fucking remember. And maybe as the day go on, I'll start to remember, because sometimes things will trigger your memory from a dream. So I'm figuring that'll happen. But I definitely wanted to do this dream just to share it, and then for even my recollection going back later, reviewing this, I always like that as well. So because I went into this dream 3 times, so shit gotta mean something. So I'm hiding from her, trying not to get her to recognize what was going on and that she could get close to me to turn me in. I wake up, back in this reality, I'm like, oh, okay. Whew, I was like, God damn. I was mad at this point when I wake up. I was like, oh, like, I felt like, I had to go back in through that again. I was like, oh, I hope I don't go back to that. I said, that was horrible. Like, it don't feel good to be running from authorities. I'm like, why am I running from authorities? And I said, oh, my pinky finger was hurting, and it's hurting this ram too. Anyway, this was around about 6 in the morning. I go back to sleep. I go back into the dream. This time I'm in the dream. I'm working for my job, same thing. They don't know that the authorities are looking for me. I was being framed. It was almost like a movie. Like, I was being framed. So I really wasn't the one that did what they were looking for. It was someone else that used to work with me that was trying to frame me as well. And we were a part of something together, but they was trying to blame everything on me. Now I end up, it's weird, because I ended up connecting with some of these officials. One of them I killed. He was a bad guy in reference to, me in the dream. He was bad to me. He ended up dying. The other officials end up finding him out and what he was doing, and like what I did was good. And it was kind of like I was able to start to redeem myself. So, I was at work doing my thing. I had some, people coming from out of town. I was still going about my day, doing that. And they end up trying to comfort me, but they found out that I had, killed the guy who actually was kind of like over it, and that was like my saving grace. So even though they were getting ready to take me in and incarcerate me, they didn't, because I actually helped them with the person who actually committed the particular crime that they were getting ready to sentence me for, but he did it and everything was found out. And even though I was a part of it, they were giving me, like I didn't have to be incarcerated. I still could, work and live my life, but it would be under tight restrictions and being watched, kind of like, probation or whatever. So I woke up again and I'm up now. And that was all those 3 parts of the dream, which was weird as shit. Oh, excuse me. Which was weird, y'all. Just really, really weird. And I was like, damn, why did I, when I woke up, I just laid there kind of like in meditation and just reflection of why did this come to me 3 times? Three may be significant to some of you all. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. Sorry, y'all. I suffer with allergies extremely bad. Another reason why I got my ear seeds in my ear, which we're going to talk about later, either today or this week. Who knows when I'll go through it. But these are ear seeds we'll talk about. But I have no freaking clue why. Why is this still going? This is so crazy. I have no clue why 3 times I go into this dream. When I first wake up, I'm like, why did I go in this dream 3 times? Like, this don't make no damn sense to me. And then my last time, like I said, when I stayed up and I'm just laying in the bed reflecting, and I was like, is there something that I'm doing in this realm? Because of course, like I said, my pinky finger was in that realm. It still hurt. Is there something in this realm that I shouldn't be doing, or I'm a part of, or I don't know? And then it came to me, it was like, no, not in this realm, but you did have to go to that lifetime and clean some shit up. And what I was a part of and what I had to clean up in that reality is also going to reflect and clean up what's going on in this reality. I feel not in the same instance. It's not like it's identical. Just like when we give to someone in need, we don't look for that to be reciprocated back to us in the same fashion in which we give, right? Like it can come to us differently. We may lend someone some money to help pay their bills or whatever, and then the universe reverse it and give back in kind, with there's amended relationship with the family member, right? It may not be monetary, but it may be heartfelt, so things can be adjusted and come back to us in various ways that need to, in order for us to live in our highest frequency in this realm, just by giving. And to me, that's what giving is. Like giving, I don't look for it back and reciprocated back in the same fashion, but I know it comes back through the laws of the universe in ways that is needed in order for me to be my highest self. And so I feel like I had to work in that realm and do that work there, because it occurred 3 times, and each time things were maximized. Remember, the first time I was about to break the lady wrist. The second time, I was evading, but my mother was finding out, and I was trying to hide from her. And the third time, I was able to get the person who actually did it and still be able to live my life free from being incarcerated. And I cleared my name. I cleared myself. So that dream, like I always say, dream, whatever. My interpretation of dreams is extremely different than a lot of people. It's dream not in the sense of this is kind of like whimsical and not real. Dream in the sense of I'm traveling and I'm astro traveling to a different dimension, timeline of existence or realm. And what I did, what I was doing in order to clear myself of some things that had occurred that needed to be cleared out, in order for me to live in my higher frequency in this reality as well. Man, it is packed at Starbucks, y'all. I just wanted to get me some tea, and I don't think I'm be able to do it. These folks don't come out. So that was huge. I feel like occurring 3 times, back to back. Like it wasn't like I had to. These people need to leave, bro. I can't even get them there. It wasn't like I had this dream happen, last year, and then I came back to it. Like, nah, the universe was like, this shit got to get rectified now. And with the universe saying this shit got to get rectified now, like that lets me know the fact that it got cleared, that I'm in a spirit of expectation, but expectation not in the sense of anxious, because I don't want being anxious for anything, right? There's a little scripture for that, but I'm not anxious in any regard, but I'm just expecting, right? So my expecting energy is a knowing that the work that I've done is going to show itself up in the way that I need it here for me in this reality to live on my higher frequency. And it's so beautiful, when you take time to think about what I'm saying and reflect on that, because that's exactly what's going on. For those of you all who have dreams where you are, going back to a certain place and time, dimension, frequency, or realm or planet, and it reoccurs. I'm just talking to those that have the reoccurring, or you're able to slip back into that same frequency. That is work that needs to be done. If you don't write down, record any other dream, then those dreams that are reoccurring, that is a memory. That is part of your memory, that memory energy that still lies within you. All right? And it's coming back because we are creating so many memories, nanosecond by nanosecond. We are always creating memories all day, every day that we're on this plane of reality, and then even the unseen things that occur, because there are things that we don't see that we're interacting with all the time. And so our mind never shuts off and it never deletes. There isn't a delete button. Even though we may not have a wide recall, there isn't a delete that happens. So there has to be a cleaning up of karma. A cleaning up of karma, especially when you're doing the work here. It's inevitable that you're going to do the work in another realm or dimension of existence. And so I am grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful that occurred for me in order for me to reach my highest potential in this reality. All right, so I'm getting ready to order my tea. Thank you all so much. Leave in peace and